Yes, sir. What's poppin'? Good people, it's your boy, B-Boy, Henry Heck, back at it again. Episode 10, boys and girls, GG or Die podcast. We are here at last. 10 episodes down. Well, the 10th episode going down right now for your eyes, for your ears, in whichever form you choose to participate in listening to today's episode. And I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate it. It's been a long couple of weeks, been here, there, everywhere, doing a bit of not globe trotting, but southern United States hemisphere trotting, as it were, being out and about, doing some fishing, doing some sightseeing, doing some hangings and outings. And in so doing these things, I've not had time. I've not had plenty of gaming time. I really had. Shout out to the big homie, Will 777JP. Shout out to the good brother, RPG88. We finished John Carpenter's Toxic Commando this past live stream, and it was a fun time. It was a fun time. The game is rough around the edges, but damn it, is it fun with the bros. It's fun with the bros. And we also, these last two sessions, had an individual by the name of William. You get what I'm saying? Cool Cat stopped on through. Cool Cat from the community came through, was our fourth, and that made the game immensely better, because the NPC is useful, but it's not as useful as having another individual up in that good guy. You understand what I'm saying? It's just not as useful. But we got it through. We got it done. About 5-6 hours. So it was about 4 streams worth. About 4 streams worth of gameplay. Short game for sure. But it was a fun time with the bros. And I enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. It was a damn good time. Aside from that, I've pretty much only been playing the Division Resurgence. Excellent mobile game. Excellent if you're a Division fan. Even if you're not and you're just a fan of mobile gaming. If you're a fan of shooters, of the looter variety. If you're a fan of RPGs. And that's one thing that the Division did an excellent job at, was fusing looter shooter third person with RPG mechanics, and it gets a little more in depth as far as builds and things you can put together inside of this game. I don't know how they did it, but damn it, they did it. And there are some things inside of this that I would like to see translate into the Division 3. One being the shared open world. Like when you're out and about, you do come across other individuals while they're participating in a event or, whatever task. You can see them doing it, and you can also join in with them or not. You can just keep pushing, doing what you got to do. And, you find the collectibles and lore, and those little tidbits are always interesting, aside from the echoes, because you can find a cell phone, listen to the last message on that joint, and it could be talking about the graffiti on the wall, for an example. You'll be finding pictures, you'll be finding art pieces, you'll be finding receipts, different things left over from the quote-unquote old world. And it's just super interesting, because you're at a part where the world has collapsed, but you're coming across different things that will, kind of make you I don't know, it just activated a certain part of your humanity. You know what I'm saying? When you hear what other people are going on, even though you're in this dystopian type situation. And it's cool. It's damn cool. Now that what I'm playing is out of the way, let's get off into the first piece of news, which is, shout out to Insider Gaming exclusive. PlayStation's FairGames is also preparing to enter the extraction market, boys and girls. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, initially when I seen this, I don't believe that it's going to be the extraction shooter that, because even Art Raiders is different. It's not a traditional extraction shooter. Some people may even attempt to throw Helldivers 2 in there. Sure, you drop off into a map. Sure, you complete certain objectives and then you extract, but it's still different. You know what I mean? So I think it'll just have, it's just me now. It's just me, and I could be wrong. And also, I've not even delved into this article, but I believe that it's going to have some elements in there, but it's not going to fully be an extraction shooter in the way way that, people are looking at it as, because a lot of people First of all, be honest with you, I don't believe they should have continued production with this game. It's my personal opinion. I don't believe so. Because initially, my impression was it was going to be like a payday, like a high style shooter, you know. And the biggest of those games is the finals. And at the time, I remember, because I talked about it, I think at the time the finals was like $29K. And the finals is every bit of current gen at the time, quote unquote next gen shooter. Visually amazing, gunplay amazing, movement amazing, sound design, music, it hit on all cylinders with everything. But it just didn't get mass appeal. Now, Embark was able to strike that mass appeal with Arc Raiders. So, you know, it's always a shot. That's another thing, too. Even though I didn't believe that they should have continued on with the game, it's always a shot that you can put something out and they could take off like hotcakes. Nobody expected Arc Raiders to be as big as it is. I don't care who telling you lies. Nobody expected that game to go up like that. Not a soul. Initially, when people first heard it was a extraction shooter, they flipped their shit. They wanted a PvE looter shooter. And yes, eventually the community did ultimately turn it into that. So it is a co-op shooter pretty fucking much. You know, people wanted a looter shooter. That's what they wanted. Then it came out. Everybody loved it. They dropped their drawers. Things went how they went. It's even successful today, even though people want to, you know, people want to clamor around the idea of it losing 80% of the player base. That happens. That happens. It is rare for a multiplayer game to maintain that same steam it had initially. It's right. It's not going to happen. Unless you were a CSGO or a PUBG or something like that, it's not going to happen. They were able to maintain for quite a long time, though. They were able to maintain those high numbers for quite a long time. And they did what they needed to do as far as procuring financial backing for their next few projects. The game was extremely successful. They've said it already. So even if it did lose, it can lose 100% of its player base. It still won. It still won. It made its money back and then some. You know what I mean? So it's not by any stretch. It's nowhere near a failure. Even though I don't really care for the game. You know what I'm saying? So let's hop off in this article and check this on out and see the comings and the goings, brothers and sisters. This is by Tom Henderson. Shout out to him. Documents sent to Insider Gaming indicate that Haven Studios' upcoming multiplayer game, FairGames, will lean into the extraction shooter genre with a dedicated game mode. Okay, so the game itself isn't going to be an extraction shooter. It's going to have a mode, which I'm not opposed to. You know, I think the time of shooters presenting themselves in one mode and just that being it, I think that's kind of over. Even we see with Marathon is constantly evolving and adding these experimental modes and this more recent mode that I'm gonna get into later. People are loving it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just drop an arena shooter anymore. You can't just do it. You gotta have other modes in there. You can't just drop a BR in there no more. You can't just do it. The only shooter style that I see able to stand on its own is the tactical shooter genre. You see your Rainbow Six Siege, your CSGO, your Valorant. Because Valorant do got a arena style mode up in there. I think Siege do too got an arena. But don't nobody play that shit. That was a waste of resources right there. Ain't nobody playing. People are there for the tacticalness. That's what they want. You know, but I feel like if you're another genre, even Battle Royale, you have Apex doing these experimental modes. They're timed, but they up in there. And people do jump in that joint and get involved. It's more of like a big team battle, though, in my opinion. I classify it more as that. And even for Call of Duty. Call of Duty got every mode underneath the sun inside of their game, brother. They got a gun game. They got Search and Destroy. They got Battle Royale. They got cool. They got hardcore cool. They got all kinds of stuff in there for the player to engage. They got zombies in there. PvE. And there's whispers and talks of them jumping back into it. Because DMZ was, before they fucked it up, DMZ was kind of hitting. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You had to go in there, defeat certain bosses in order to get certain guns. I think it was the M, what the fuck gun that was? M19? It was some gun you had to go up in there. That's the only way you could get that bitch. I think you could get it like if you like bought a pack, bought a bundle or some shit. But other than that, as far as like earning it, you had to go in there and kill that boss to get the fuck up out of there with that gun in order to have that gun. And I remember because me and my little brother, we did it because he wanted it, so I jumped in there with him. We knocked it on out. And my cousin hit me up, hey man, we did it, got it. That shit was lit, bro. Then they went and did a whole bunch of bullshit. They made it all kind of arcadey and fucking stupid. I don't know who. It's no wonder that the player count for that game is down. It's no wonder that every single one of the Call of Duty is back in the, and they still say it every Call of Duty, but they don't be playing that shit. They play everything but that shit. You got the Korean, this motherfucker plays Search and Destroy now, brother. This motherfucker plays Search and Destroy. He's trying his hardest to stick with the game. He's trying his hardest. You know what I mean? Or he'll go play Arc Raiders, which is cool for him because, you know, when you're an individual like that who just PV, that's all you've been doing, it's probably cool and pretty chill to get off into Arc Raiders and get some PvE on. You know what I mean? Funny that he didn't jump into zombies though, and they'll let you know he tired of that shit. He had put out a video not too long ago, kind of like a letter to Call of Duty developers, you could say, whereas he was kind of laying out some things that they could do in order to, you know, bring the game back in line and make it more fun. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you, that shit sounded a lot like motherfucking CSGO. That shit sounded a lot like Off the Fucking Grid. This motherfucker talking about adding the marketplace and shit. All right, but anyway, back to the task at hand. The game, which was revealed in 2023, has sparked several rumors and reports about its development troubles, notably issues with the studio's ability to find the fun factor, and that is a key component, because that's not enough. I don't give a fuck how fun your game is. It's got to have other things in there, lest people will drop that bitch. Despite those issues, though, PlayStation has continued to invest in the game with its next playtest scheduled for this weekend. But not for us, though. The people don't get involved, which is a fucking mistake. We see how the players getting involved help shape Marathon into a better game. We've seen it. And they gonna not let the players get involved. You already having trouble. You already having issues finding the fun factor, you say. But you're not gonna let the players get involved in this. You're not gonna let the individuals who would be playing this game on a day-to-day get their hands on, tell you what's fucked, tell you what's not. And I don't know who they got up in here doing this. Is it just the developers? Or is it PlayStation insiders? Because we seen when you want to have this exclusive club of individuals jumping off in your game and playing it, we seen how that worked out with High Guard. We seen that. We just seen that. Hey, bro. Hey, do what you want to do, but don't complain to us when shit don't work out. You get what I'm saying? But in short, at least for one of the game's flagship game modes, named Cargo Heist, it is basically an extraction shooter with an objective. Think Marathon with a contract for those who have played. Okay, let me think about this. Extraction shooter with an objective. I mean, they have them. That's not really anything you got to point out. I guess this individual just isn't familiar with extraction shooters. The game description reads: break in, find a vault code to gain access to the safe, collect cash, upgrade your skill set, and make your play. Drill: The fault is breach. Vault. Be the team to grab the cargo or set up your strategy to intercept it. It's gonna be some rat shit going on here. It's gonna be some rat shit going on here. It's for sure gonna be individuals who just say, you know what? Why don't we just let them do it, and then we steal it? So if this is, they gotta have some kind of thing. Whereas if you actually break it, you get a certain amount of points. You know, it's got to be some kind of point system up here to incentivize people to do that, because otherwise people will just wait on the team to break it, do all the hard work, and then just steal it from them. You get me? So it's got to be a kind of differentiating factor in actually doing what you're supposed to do, what the mode is designed to do, or doing a secondary. You know what I mean? Because just stealing it should come in secondary. Yeah, people gonna do it. Yeah, it's part of the game. But your main focus should be to get up in there and break that joint. Do it yourself. Extract. The cargo must be brought to the extraction site. Use the extraction device to call your ride home. If your team fails to extract cargo, use another exit to get away. An uphill climb. FairGame has had a lot of issues throughout its development, including the studio's founder, Jade Raymond, leaving in 2025. Hey man, this is what we wanted. We want the big wigs to be held accountable when things don't work out well. And in my opinion, this was it. You know, she didn't deliver in a time span she should have delivered in, and they got her up out of there. They got her up out of there, and I ain't mad at it, and I'm not sad for it either. Now, will the game still come out and flourish? We shall see. We shall see. And if it does not, of course, the whole development team will be subject to what it's subject to. You know what I'm saying? And we know. By now, we know. Reports and rumors of the game throughout its development have said that playtesters found the game not fun, which Inside Game understands has been a persistent problem throughout the game's development. Okay. Frankly, it doesn't bode well for the game when you consider that Bungie's latest game, Marathon, has struggled to retain players despite high Metacritic reviews. One thing going for FairGames is that the game is apparently free to play, relying on in-game monetization to fund future development and cover its costs. However, initial popular games like Ubisoft's X-Defiant have proven that high player counts on a free-to-play model mean little if players aren't spending. I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody thinking this free-to-play situation is just the end-all, be-all, cure-all fix. They leave out how many free-to-play games come out and fail, bruh. They leave that shit out. They never bring it up. Oh, we get more players and we get more players and we get more. It don't matter. If a player really wanted to get in, they would spend the money. And and call it what you want to call it. It's fucking true. If they really wanted to get in, they'll buy it. $40 ain't shit for a game. In today's climate, $40 ain't shit. Ain't shit at all. High Gold was free. That shit topped off at like $90K. Motherfuckers didn't stick around. You get what I'm saying? On Steam alone, you know what I mean? They did say that most of their players were on PlayStation. But from what we can see, and it's back on the shit again. Back on the shit again about developers not putting this information out there and allowing for a certain perception to be had. Even Marathon right now. Bruh, put your fucking PlayStation numbers out there. Put your fucking Xbox numbers out there. You might have 20K on Steam. You might have 20K on PlayStation. You might have 11K on Xbox. Put that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Because you still got these fucking Steam chart warriors. That's a new thing, not being a Steam chart warrior. Motherfuckers don't play no games. But they make sure they wake up early, at the earliest hour in the morning, to screenshot that Steam DB chart. They make sure they do that shit. They make fucking sure. That's their whole spiel right there. They don't play games, bro. They don't play games. Nah. We set our alarms for 1 in the a.m. We gotta head on over to that Steam D-Bizzle. Check it out. See what's going on. See what's happening over there. One thing going for FairGames is apparently free to play, relying on in-game monetization to big mistake, in my opinion. That's a big mistake. Another cause for concern for PlayStation will also be 10 Chambers, upcoming heist game, Den of Wolves. Cool last name right there. Which has received rave reviews from people who have played it early. And now, after seeing both games, the similarities are stark. We ain't seen both games. We ain't seen shit. And then, at the end of the day, the journalism making the decision on the game don't really mean shit. Journalists liking or disliking the game don't really translate to the game being successful. It really don't. If that were the case, Marathon would be a fucking blockbuster success. Metacritic, PlayStation, IGN, a whole host of platforms that review games score Marathon high. Yet, is that translating to more players? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. That's what I'm saying. You got to do more than just make a good game. You got to do more. That's not enough no more. That's not enough no more. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, in a weird way, making technically sound, because you don't hear about no fucking bugs, no glitches, no nothing being like fucked. You really don't hear about this shit coming from these PlayStation multiplayer games. Concord, people shit on all the time. The shit was an Unreal 5 game, didn't have no type of issue whatsoever. Meantime, everybody else is struggling with Unreal 5. Everybody else is fucking struggling. You didn't even know Concord was an Unreal Engine 5 game. Every other game that come out from Unreal Engine 5, you can look at that bitch and tell it's Unreal 5. Remnant too, Unreal 5. You didn't know it was. You didn't know it. Somebody had to tell you. You get what I'm saying? And Remnant 2 is fucking amazing, by the way. Love that fucking game. Hope Remnant 3 is on the fucking way. Hope that shit on the fucking way. Goated. That shit right there. Goated. You know, RIP Concord. I miss you, baby. What do you think of FairGames and it's having an extraction shooter element? See, I don't mind it having the elements in there. That's why, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's what, and even the mode. Have some more modes up in there, because even the finals has different modes now. And they've even solidified a TDM style mode up in there. You know, they did have a search and destroy style type mode. I'm not sure if that's still in there, but they do have the arena mode still in there. They got cash out. They got a couple modes up in that bitch. They got their more limited exclusive event type modes in there. They doing a lot with that game. That game is fucking tough. Fucking tough. If you ain't played the finals, jump off in there. That's free to play. That is free to play. Player count ain't fucking 100K. Player count ain't up there. They ain't crushing it as far as player count concerned. But they made enough to sustain the finals and also build arc raiders. You know what I mean? So it goes to show you don't necessarily have to produce a crazy, amazing 300, 400,000 individuals playing this, but you don't necessarily have to do that. You don't necessarily have to do that in order to have some success. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even think when it first released, they had a crazy high amount of people up in that bitch. They may have had 50. They may have, and it was available on everything. They even put that bitch on PS4 for a little bit. They've now stopped support of the PS4, but it was on PS4. They did everything they could to check the player base. What I think would be cool is if they throw that bitch on Switch too. I don't know how it'll hold up over there, but throw that bitch on Switch too. Throw that bitch over there. Yeah, maybe even throw arc raiders over there. Maybe even. And put them in the same lobbies with everybody else. Over there with every fucking body else. Put them motherfuckers over there, Embark. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, when it comes to FairGames, I already expressed my opinion on it and how I feel like they should, you know, handle it and go through. But, you know, I'm gonna play it, especially if it's free to fucking play. Especially if it's free to play. This whole keeping shit under wraps behind the curtain and away from the gamers. Like, nah, stop that shit, bro. Stop that shit. We should have had an alpha by now. We should have a beta by now, or at this point right here. something. It's a playtest this week. What the fuck you mean it's a playtest this weekend? We ain't getting no invite. We ain't getting no emails. This whole idea of you want to hide shit to the last 6 months, like, nah, because you going to have more work to do. As soon as you release that bitch out to the people, as far as a demo or whatever, you going to have some work to do. Maybe, like, Marathon took a long time after that last closed test. A long time. That shit didn't just come out 3 months later. They had shit to fix, they fixed it, and they still adjusting stuff now. Adjusting. Tuking, as it were. You get what I'm saying? They announced this bitch 3 years ago. We ain't seen a stitch of gameplay of this motherfucker. Not a stitch. No dev diary. No deep dive. No nothing. We don't even have an idea of when this bitch gonna drop. Not even an idea. And I'm gonna tell you right now, shout out to the big homie with Trips FJP. They ain't got no campaign in this bitch. If they ain't got no campaign in this bitch, and with them running to fucking free to play, that let me know ain't no campaign in this bitch. Ain't no campaign up in here. Cause if you had you a little 5-6 hour campaign, you could for sure charge that $40 be worth it. Even the people who don't stick with the bitch, you done already got your 40. They done played the campaign and kept it pushing. They might dip and dive up in here when a new update or DLC or what have you pop off. But you done got your 40. They done got their 5-6 hours worth of entertainment. Get in the game. You are in the game. But nah. I don't know, man. I wish him the best. So I'm going to play it. But, you know what I mean? Even with High Guard, right? I play High Guard. I like High Guard. But it was never going to be like my main game. You know what I mean? It was going to be something I checked out, you know, a couple days a week. Knock my dailies out. You know, have me a good couple matches then. Shake out. Go play Marathon. Go play Story Driven. You know what I mean? That's how I was going to tackle that. But, you know, shout out to them. Hope they get it in order. Shout out to Haven. Hope y'all know what y'all doing. Hope it work out for you. You know what I mean? I'm going to check you out. You get what I'm saying? I'm not hating at all. Okay, carrying on to the next topic at hand. Oh, yes, sir. We have a clip from some individuals, you know, the flip-floppers of gaming right here. I come up with a better name for them. Never talk it on. But the Yellow Chair Brigade, you know, their members have branched out. And among these recent rumors of, you know, Xbox going back to exclusivity and day and date releases or hurting the brand, all this kind of stuff, you got these people just leaves in the fucking way. They don't stand on nothing. They don't really stand on anything. You know, they just cut the camera on and just say whatever they got, whatever the script says, that's what they say, you know. And it makes you really come off as an inauthentic individual. It makes you come off as a person that, you know, you can't really trust what they say. Whenever you talk, you get the eye roll like this nigga. This motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, people just kind of blow you off. But these people do tend to still get clicks because people like to meme on them. You know, instead of just blocking and keeping it pushing, people like to quote, retweet, and kind of own them in the quote instead of just saying, you know what I mean? Just make your statement. Don't retweet shit. Don't share shit. People will see it. That's why these people keep doing it, because they get just as much attention for flip-flopping and being wrong as if they stood on business and were right, you know. But here we have a clip from one of these individuals talking about exclusivity. So let's get it popping.
That by, hey, we bought this box. We're the Xbox people. We have this vast library of games over the past 20 plus years that we've been curating. Make them feel seen, make them feel like this is the best place I should be playing these games. And you do that by not putting games on PlayStation day and date.
It is time to bring back exclusives if Mike was in the boardroom, right? I think we have to make a push. If you were to say, hey, Mike, I want you to sell more Xbox consoles. We need to get back in it. All of these games have to become exclusive. There has to be a reason for you to come over. And it starts with great games, of course, right?
There we have it. It's bruh, I don't even know how to tackle this. Because it ain't really nothing to tackle. It's dumb. It's dumb. You get what I'm saying? I get that sometimes things will happen and you'll change your mind, but this is a consistent thing. This is a consistent foot in mouth situation, whereas shout out to Eggsball. He covers this quite often on his channel with the Salty Bass Files 3 times a week. These people do this so often that he's able to make 20-minute videos 3 times a week chronicling the flip and the flop, chronicling the exclusives are bad, but now give us exclusives, chronicling every instance of these individuals like this, these big name influencers putting their foot in their mouths. And I don't even blame them. I'm like, bro, who is consistently tuning into these shows, watching this bull jive, hitting like, hit comment, hit subscribe, hitting retweet, all these things? It's them. It's not even these people, because these people gonna do whatever to get the clicks. These aren't authentic. These are not authentic individuals. These aren't real gamers. These people will get access to a game early. Not even beat the bitch. Not even beat the bitch. These be the reviewers who drop a review for a game, then complete it because they had other games to review. Wild shit. Wild shit. These people pop up day to day spewing nonsense. They not really for the industry. They just for the free shit they get that come along with being associated with the industry. And they got the most shit to say about the most shit. These motherfuckers pop up previewing sorrows. These motherfuckers are not gonna beat this game. These motherfuckers be getting their kids, they high school age kids, to beat these games for them. If they even roll credits at all. If they see the credits, it's because their kids beat the game for them. We got people who position themselves as authorities in gaming, claiming that because their significant other beat the game, they beat the game. What the fuck kind of shit that mean? Because my wife beat the game, fuck it, I beat it too. I'm gonna claim that my games beat per year. I'm doing it. What the fuck kind of wild shit is that? So if they doing that, I already know. If they got a son or a daughter 15, 16 that like the game, rest assured, if that kid beat that game, hold on, let me get a picture of this. Let me get a picture of these credits right quick. You know what I'm saying? I fully believe, and they be using their gamer tag, their PSN. I believe it, bro. Because that's how these motherfuckers operate. That's how shady these motherfuckers is. That's how flip-floppy these motherfuckers is. That's how non-gamer these motherfuckers is. They be doing that. And that's an assertion on my part. You know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure if they be doing that. That's me. It's just that they so fucking off with a lot of the shit they be doing. I wouldn't put it past them if they were doing that. And there is an individual I know of who does, like, his wife beat the game, so they claim they beat the game. They beat the game. They claim it's stolen Valorant shit in these streets when it comes to completing games in this bitch. This is fucking crazy. This is crazy as fuck. Motherfuckers getting off like this. And Will 777JP say it all the time, bro. Like, we got the worst journalists. We got the worst managers. We got the worst commentators. Motherfuckers don't even fucking game, bro. Don't even fucking game. Then one thing I give it to the anti-woke folk. They'll at least cut a fucking game on him and play it. They'll at least play it. You could go on one of these motherfuckers in particular. You could go on their page and they do stream games. And they stream them throughout to completion. You know what I mean? Now, I do think a lot of what they say is an act. They just, feeding the streets. People want to see certain opinions, so they appeasing it. They're appeasing those people. Getting a lot of views, a lot of likes, all kind of shit. Getting that YouTube money. Do I actually believe this individual thinks and believe in the shit they saying? Fuck no. We getting this paper. We getting this check. Still inauthentic as fuck. But the motherfucker playing games. The motherfucker streaming full gameplays out here in this bitch. Suck at first person at PvP shooters. Suck at them. But they out here playing. You don't see none of these other motherfuckers streaming no fucking full gameplay. Find a complete game stream where they done went through the whole bitch over a course of however many streams. You can't find. You can't find. They'll stream that bitch for 2 hours after it released, and that's it. At most. At most. But they'll turn around and have a fucking 8-hour podcast talk about how it's trash. They'll stream for 8 hours. They on 15 different podcasts talk about how a game they only play for 20 minutes is trash. In the sub-genre they already don't play. Already not good at. Already don't like. But they got 100 hours worth of content talking about the bitch. Ain't even put 10 hours into the game. You know what I mean? It's a ton of that going on. A ton of it going on. This shit so fucking fake, bro. This shit is so fucking fake. And they appease to the crowd where it's people who are interested in gaming but don't have the time to really put into it, or don't believe they have, because they actually do have time to put in that bitch. I got a wife, I got 2 kids, I work. There's plenty of time to put in the game, and if you want to game. Plenty. A lot of folk, they just don't want to. They just like keeping up on the news. Or they just want to here and there. And they like the idea of a dad gamer who's knowledgeable about games, filling them in on what they miss. That's why they watch a lot of these older guys who don't really play games, but talk about them. That's why. It's a kind of sense of, he's just like me, but more knowledgeable, so I can get my knowledge from him. You know what I mean? He's just like me, but he's a streamer. You get me? So he's in that world. Never mind the fact, these motherfuckers don't play shit. Don't play a bitch ass thing. These end of the year wrap-ups be 500 hours. And then it's excuses. Oh, I had to do this. I had to go here. I had to do this. I had to go here. Stop it. We all had to do that. It's called being an adult. We all had to do that. And I've now picked up I'm fishing again, baby. I'm back on these ponds. I'm back on these lakes. I'm back in these creeks. So some hours of my weekend is taken up by that. But I'm going to still get some fucking game, and then I'm not, I got 2 kids, and, I got this. Bro, you can fit that shit in. You can fit that shit in. Out of all the time you spend bullshitting, you can fit that shit in. Think about this. You go on a scrolling spree on your fucking phone. You don't watch fucking 5 YouTube videos. You've been on TikTok for 30 minutes. You done went through Reddit for an hour. You're on X, just scrolling, replying, trolling. By the time it's all said and done, at the end of the week, look at your screen on time. Look at your fucking screen on time. I be monitoring my shit. That shit pop up, they bitch say, 1 hour less than last week, or 1 hour more than last week. So shit, I be like, oh shit. I was fucking up. That's the problem. Folks don't keep up with what the fuck they doing throughout the day or doing throughout the week. You lose so much fucking hours on your phone doing some bullshit. So much hours on your phone doing bullshit. Motherfucker will sit up here. Oh, I don't have time. I got this. Bitch, you was on Reddit for 2 hours last week. For 2 hours. And motherfuckers be doing that shit daily. On that bitch daily. I pop up, like me, for example, I'm on Reddit. I check out Reddit. I check it out once a day. Be honest, as soon as it got no notification pop up, I hit that bitch, read what the fuck it is. A lot of times it be pity party bullshit, or motherfucker just complaining for the sake of complaining. I close that motherfucker. My total screen on time for Reddit for the week, maybe 20 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. I'm just not on that bitch like that, bro. Like, nah. Because I know it's shit like that can suck you in. And at the end of the day, once you realize it's a bunch of bullshit, bunch of fuckers complaining on this motherfucker. Nah, I'm not trying to see that. I'm uninterested in your bullshit complaints. If it's something you don't like or something you disagree with how it's functioning, stop engaging with it. And that goes for games too. That goes for fucking games too. Now, my screen on time, quote unquote, is high for YouTube, but I got YouTube fucking premium. I can cut my fucking screen off, throw that fucking phone in my pocket, and keep it pushing, and just listen to shit. You feel me? I'm not just holding my phone, just watching shit. Nah, I'm listening to shit. 90% of the time, I'm listening to stuff, and then I cut that bitch on like when I'm cleaning my kitchen or something, and I sit the phone down. Now, occasionally glance on over on that motherfucker. TikTok a different story. I get sucked into a couple fishing videos. I like Blackstone cooking, like motherfucker cooking on a Blackstone. I like watching that. And there's also some gaming news stuff on there. So that's a little higher than everything else. But other than that, bro, when I get home, I kick with my daughter for a little while. Cook, eat with my wife. We watch a couple episodes of the show. We're watching Will Trent right now. You know what I mean? Watch some of that shit. And then work out, shower, hit the game. That's what I'm on. I get me about 2 hours a night off that shit. Depending. Like if it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of course I'm getting it in on a Saturday and Sunday if I'm home. Last few weekends I've not been home. But if I'm home on a Saturday, I get me a good spread out now. I'm not sitting down for like 5, 6, 7 hours straight on the game. Fuck no. I don't get no pussy behavior right there. That's what that is. Like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. Like, shout out to the big homie. He got a little sister. He'll game for 2 hours, go off to do something else, then come back, game. You know what I mean? He got a way of doing it to where he still get his hours in and he still engaged with the hobby, but still out here functioning, being a fully functional adult with a kid, with a career. Damn, I just put all that man business out there. My bad, bro. But if it's a key hobby of yours, you make time to do that shit. You make time to engage in that bitch. I got Pragmata. I'm finna play the fuck out that bitch this weekend. This weekend. By the time it's all said and done, Monday morning get here, I'm gonna probably be put like 10 hours in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And on through the course of the week, I'm gonna knock that bitch on out. Motherfuckers be not finishing shit. And I have been dragging my feet with certain games because I really, I could take it or leave it. I'm gonna play Marathon. You know what I mean? I could take it or leave it. I'm gonna go play something else. Star Wars Outlaws. But you got these people like this, like to position themselves as the guys when it comes to gaming, but don't fucking play no fucking games. Don't beat no fucking games. Like, if you just want to have a casual conversation or something, or put your opinion out there about something, okay, cool. But you got full-ass shows, and you out here telling people what they shouldn't play. Out here telling developers what they shouldn't be doing. What kind of game they should and shouldn't be making. Like, shut up. Hush your mouth. Go build up your credentials, brother. Go do that. And you can see a lot of the times that these individuals shows get these views because it's a group of them. When they're off on their individual shit, they not pulling no views like that. It's because they all come together on the panel. Panel shows are super popular. Because you know why? Because folk might get to argue. And folks love to see a motherfucker argue. That's why panel shows are popping. Because folks disagree. And that's the chaos right there. Folk love watching chaos. So when motherfuckers get to, that's how they pull you in with a title. You be like, oh shit, they might get to arguing off of this. In your mind, that's how you are. You might not, you know what I'm saying? They might get to argue. It might be a fight. It might be a debate. Oh shit. When the motherfucker get to debating on the panel show, oh shit. Motherfucker juice get flowing off that motherfucker. But yes, but that's all it is as far as this is concerned. I just really want to touch on that because I found it interesting than a bitch. Like, god damn. First you said this, then you saying that whatever the popper thing going on, the popping, not pop in, but pop in. Whatever the popping opinion is, that's what we running with this week, baby. Game journalism is dead, baby. This is what we do. Motherfucker. And up next, we have one of my favorite games currently, Marathon. Shout out to the Marathon team, bro. They've been hard at work since before release. They've not stopped. It's been pedal to the metal. They've not taken in the breathing room. They ain't out here complaining about crunch. They ain't complaining about nothing. They just work. They're just out here earning their wages, doing what they need to do to bring their game to where they want it to be. You get what I'm saying? Consistently improving it for the people. And this may not be seen as an improvement to some folks, especially if you are a fan of the Waster sawed-off shotgun. It has been dominating. You know, I'm in the pretty low tier type of lobby, so I see it, but I don't see it. Like, and I don't even fucking use the gun, to be honest with you. At this point, I probably had 20 of them. I sell them bitches. I don't use this gun, but it's been dominating. So we have here from the Ziegmeister himself, the game director. Update, what the fuck, Wasters? Oh yes. We're going to take a shot at bringing the Waster more in line. Right now, it's become a dominant option and is eclipsing a lot of the other short-range options that exist in the game. And there are quite a few other short-range options. A lot of the pistols are super fucking good. You know, I'm more of a pistol guy. The V11 Punch, forget about it. That's my favorite gun. But yeah, there's quite a few other short-range options as far as, especially SMGs. But the Waster is just so plentiful. You just get them so often. You know what I mean? It's damn near every pack you get, it's got one in there. Damn near. Well, that's over-exaggeration. You do get them often, though. Like, and for damn near nothing. For damn near nothing. So, as of Tuesday, 4/21, likely 8 a.m. PT, the Waster will no longer be able to down an enemy player who has blue shields or above in 2 shots. The ideal is that in a majority of cases, this will force a reload in scenarios where the target has a blue shield, allowing for some more counterplay in these scenarios. I get that. That's cool. It's just allowing for some more room in the fight. Or either the individual who want to rush in with the Waster, you got to do a little damage first. You got to pepper them a little bit first. At least get that shield off or get it pretty low and then come off in there with your Waster and get busy. You know what I mean? I can see where some people have just gotten so comfortable, or, you know, that's like, I'm gonna play destroyer, I'm gonna dash in there, out of there. You get what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna slide in with Vandal, out of there. You get what I'm saying? Then you reload and then you can run through a team fairly quickly if they just aren't prepared, which is on them. To be fair, that is on them. They should always be ready and erect to, you know, bust some shit down or get bust down. You know what I mean? Because it's that type of game. But I do see an issue, a kind of annoyance with this, especially if you play Rook, because it's just you against squads. So that being able to do that with a Rook, that's kind of key. It's kind of key, and because you're already at a disadvantage because it's just you, and now one of your key weapons. Maybe they could throw in there an implant or something specific to Rook to retain this effect. I think, because that's, you know what I mean? Because if you coming in there taking out full teams, you really ain't got many options to do that effectively. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of these excellent Rook players will still find a way around it and still cook full team. So let me shut the fuck up. Hell, with that one pistol, I forget the pistol to take the light ammo. I fucked it up, but you can crush a team with that pistol. You know what I'm saying? You could legitimately crush a team with that. So long as they ain't like purple shields and shit. If they purple shields and shit, you out of there. You know what I mean? You pretty much done for. What will change? Change will likely go live Tuesday in the morning. Wasters can still down a green shielded target with 2 direct shots at short range. Waster will no longer be able to down a blue and above shielded target with 2 shots at short range. We're still keeping an eye on a variety of balance issues. Thanks for all the feedback. Keep it coming, and we'll keep hammering at it, okay? Got one individual. Yes, thank you. Waster is an easy to get gun. I agree. It should make you weak and be finished. Sig another gun. What? With another gun, I think this individual means. You should not be able to just kill gold shields with a white weapon with zero attachment, with zero effort. I mean, you do have to, I won't say zero effort, because you got to be in the proper, if a person got a gold shield, more oftentimes than not, they'll be a competent player. So you'll still have to have the skill necessary to maneuver yourself close enough to do that. You know what I mean? I don't think we should downplay the positioning and the skill a person will have to have in order to position themselves to get that close to that type of individual in the first place. Another individual, I love the thing, but I do kind of miss getting shot with other guns too. That's what I don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You troglodytes. So now there's an additional power discrepancy between cheap kits and purple shields. It is already bad enough with snipers. One shot cheap kit, but purple gets 2 lives plus time to hide and respond. Waster was OP because it was the only equalizer other than knife. Now, well, just use both of them now. Just use both of them now, bro. Put them together. You have a sandwich. You need to decide if the game is PvE and we gear up like Diablo or mainly PvP, in which case you have to address excessive power imbalance. This person's just mad. This person's mad. Because there's nothing about this change to make. You know what I mean? If you got a higher shield, of course, it should take more to kill you with the higher shield. That's obvious. You shouldn't be able to have a gun and just melt through all tiers of shield equally. You know what I mean? That person is mad. I don't think it's an appropriate nerf to make a double barrel shotgun incapable of 2-tapping. That's not what they did. Higher account level players haven't seen a gorilla shield in ages. So what? Use another gun. Why are you still using a low tier gun then? I don't want to say low tier. Why are you still using a gun as easily accessible as a Waster did? There's other shotguns out there. I think I got another shotgun like twice. You have slug shotguns. Go get you one of them. You got fully auto energy shotguns. Go get you one of them. Energy does more damage to shields. Go use that. This is a mistake. The Waster had an intended lethality range. Now it will hit like a wet noodle. Yeah, if you got purple or above. All right, we purposely missing the point because we mad. You know what I mean? That's what goes on a lot of times with this type of stuff. You have people overlooking 90% of the content of the post just because they want something to remain the same. And I'm not even a fan of nerfs or buffs. I don't give a fuck if they change or not change. It don't affect me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not jumping out the window fake mad about it. I'm not jumping out the window defending. I don't give a fuck. But I do think it's interesting how different people react to this, because the first post we read replying to this was an individual. This individual streamed this game all day, high level, cryo runs back to back to back. This guy plays the game, and he excited for the nerf. And in games like this, you really don't want to see a gun maintaining or keeping the spotlight. You know, maybe they'll have to, readdress what he said is going to keep an eye on it and address it accordingly. But, I feel like people will just gravitate to other shotguns, and we won't hear no more about it. We just hearing about it right now because it's the new shit. It's the hot new shit. I don't think a person playing the game is now all of a sudden not going to play the game just because of this. Waster isn't a problem. This is a skill issue. All these people complaining about the Wasters are now just going to get formed by Miss Rias. We shall see. You know what I mean? We shall see. I don't think it's going to be as easy a transition as this person trying to make it out to be. You know what I mean? What's the point of a shotgun if you can't one shot at close range with it? Now, these are shotguns. Okay. I think a purple shield should guarantee protection against getting two-tapped by a waster, while a blue shield should not, but only at point-blank range. If you put the waster in a blue shield's gut and two-tap them and it still doesn't kill them, that seems like a big overcorrection. No, it don't. No, it don't. They just increased the limit to which you could what's the purpose of a double barrel shotgun? If you cannot do double barrel shotgun things, you still can. You're not forced to use the 3 ammo attachments, which only increase more of a spam place. You already spamming. What are you talking about? I'm not going to lie, hearing this change in a vacuum feel odd. Surely we're making changes to shotguns in general game-wide and not just nerfing the normal waster and leaving slugs as well as Miss Raya. Did he bring up other guns? Did he bring up slug shotguns? Did he bring up Miss Raya's? Did he bring up shotguns as a whole? He specifically said waster. So what the fuck are you talking about? I get the idea, but this person already talked. Wait, how do I play shotgun now? I'm already foregoing a sniper and having to sneak into melee range, risking my whole kit that I can secure the kill. That's the choice you're making, though. If the shotgun can't secure the kill, that means he'll get a knife off, and then I have to melee finisher and reload. Oof. Okay, this person is joking. Okay, nice. I was about to fucking say. How you guys moving so fast? The fuck? We was crying about the waster last night at 11:43 p.m. Now, people been crying about it, but I get it. Man, can you stop making all your decisions based on viral tweets? This is going to make the fun useless, and you're killing the game to cater to people who have already quit. I'm over it. I don't know about this one, TBH. Holy fuck. Why don't you just nerf the whole fucking game? 10 seconds TTKs, every gun shoots ping pongs now. Fuck, it's not. Okay. Now we just need to address the nade spam in cryo. They did that last time. Alright, so we got a lot of people upset about this change. I seen 2 posts, and I could keep going. And there's other posts about this. There's one from the official Marathon account. There's one from the Marathon Archive account. And then countless ones for all the spinoff Charlie Intel style accounts. People gonna be mad. You know what I mean? Because once you take away people's ability to get easy kills, or especially like something like 2-tap, yeah, it makes sense if you have no shield or a low tier shield. But once you get into the higher tier shields, it just don't make sense. If you're getting a stronger shield, ladies and gentlemen, a more dense shield, that a gun that kills you with a lesser tier shield can still kill you with the higher tier shield, and it's not even shooting the projectiles that are advantageous against shields. You know what I'm saying? Every gun shoot ping pongs now. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You can't sit here and tell me you got a spec'd out gun and you shooting ping pong. You can't tell me that's happening. I mean, you can tell me it's happening. I'm not gonna believe you. I'm not gonna believe you. And that's the problem a lot of times with, because you even have now, this is Nerfs and bullshit aside, you got people trying to sneak in here and they're trying to get Marathon to address it. I don't think Marathon should address it, but they're kind of sneaking. Oh, you can't tell me there's not skill-based matchmaking in this game. You can't tell me it's not. I don't think they should ever address that. We seen what happened with Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders fucked up and opened their mouth about it. Now, every time you turn around, oh, the aggressive-based matchmaking this, the aggressive-based matchmaking that. Oh, this is messed up. And because I want to get back into the non-aggressive lobby, I'm just gonna not engage with a part of the game and just jump in here and allow myself to get killed and lose this stuff. Oh, go ahead and kill me. Go ahead and kill me. Run up to people. Go ahead and kill me. Go ahead and kill me so I can get back into people. You know what I mean? You got a lot of that weird shit going on. They should never address whether or not there's skill-based matchmaking in the game. They should just let people keep talking. Because that's how the whole nerfing and buffing thing crept up with a lot of the stuff. Like that individual who said, they ain't wrong. They are not wrong. Let a tweet go viral about they jumping on it. Foolishly, in my opinion, sometimes. Foolishly. You know, because sometimes, bro, these motherfuckers will lead you off a cliff. Straight up, off a cliff, brother. So they putting this stuff, they're gonna try to get a lot of momentum around this shit, trying to get Bungie to speak on it. Look away. Look away. And matter of fact, one of these individuals off in this thread looked familiar as to one of these people who was doing that. And it's been like a week or so. You kind of see it peppered in here and there, and ain't really got no traction. Hopefully it continues to not get any traction. Because now you chasing nerfing and buffing. If you then also gotta chase skill-based matchmaking shit, while also trying to create new content, you fucked. You think you working hard now. People think these fixes and adjustments are coming out quick now. This shit is gonna drop off a cliff once you have to start balancing shit like that, because you ain't never gonna figure it out. Never. Call of Duty threw that shit in and they are still fucked. They are still fucked. Hell, Destiny had to take that shit out. It was so fucked. And because you can't stay ahead of it, bro. And even with this nerfing and buffing shit, you can't stay ahead of it. That's why you gotta make a conscious decision, in my opinion, to say, hey, all right, if a gun is fucked now, it's just gonna stay fucked to the end of the season. We'll take care of from season to season. We're not gonna be doing these adjustments mid-season and shit. If y'all wanna run around just using this one gun this season, have fucking at it. That's what you do. Or just tune some shit behind the scenes and don't say nothing. Just do that. Don't say nothing. Make whatever adjustments you got to make, and then if they find it out and do the mathematician shit and calculations and geometry and figure that shit out, let them just put the video out and that's it. Don't say nothing. Until the next season pop off, then you just, well, yeah, we had to do this, and so now we're doing this in this season moving forward. That's how you adjust that shit. For real. I'm telling you. But that's it for this episode. Episode 10. I had got some sinus stuff going on. These allergies are kicking mine ass, brothers. But that's all I got for you right now. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you outside the next one. Catch me every Tuesday over on Wheel Trip 7JP channel, where we do the Just Playing live stream, playing different co-op games with the community. If it's 4-player, jump in. If it's 3-player, just watch, participate in the chat. You feel what I'm saying? And also catch me every Saturday, 11 in the a.m. for this very podcast right here, the GG or Die podcast. We have reached episode 10, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, homies, fellas, and it's been a grand old time. Took us a minute to get here, but we here now. We are here, brothers. That's all I got for you. Catch you outside the next one. Okay.